Episode number 2. In a flashback, we delved into Luffy's training, mastering his newfound devil fruit abilities. Back to Nami's exploits, she managed to crack the safe in Morgan's office, where the coveted map was kept. As the Marines closed in on them, Roronoa Zoro confronted the scoundrel who had insulted the girl earlier, engaging in a heated duel. The Marines were now in a frenzy, and the situation escalated when Nami knocked out one of them. Unbeknownst to them, this scoundrel happened to be Captain Morgan's son, and this would prove to be a pivotal moment. Captain Morgan was eager to showcase his power, but Vice Admiral Garp knew the truth of what transpired. As for Luffy, he found himself in dire straits, trapped in a tank rapidly filling with water. His crippling fear of water drove him to use this weakness to learn the location of the Grand Line map. Buggy, the pirate who held him captive, made an enticing offer: reveal the map's whereabouts and become his right-hand man. Luffy defiantly declined, setting off a dangerous chain of events. Buggy began to fill the tank with water, and as Luffy's predicament grew dire, the story delved into a flashback, where a younger Luffy had inadvertently endangered Shanks, leading to the loss of Shanks' arm. Meanwhile, Roronoa Zoro faced off with Kabaji, a vengeful figure seeking revenge for his brother's death. As events spiraled, Luffy's friends managed to free him and a fierce battle with Buggy ensued. Buggy, like Luffy, had consumed a devil fruit, granting him extraordinary abilities. The clash reached its climax when Luffy punched a hole through Buggy's body. However, to everyone's shock, Buggy's body could separate and reattach at will. Ingeniously, Luffy and his friends contained Buggy's scattered body parts in boxes, leaving only his head and foot. A swift punch sent them flying, and the group prepared to leave. But not before they freed the commoners, who expected to become prisoners, but found a different fate in Luffy's hands. Vice Admiral Garp announced his intention to thwart pirates' dreams of reaching the Grand Line, with Kobe at his side. Captain Morgan, now bound by ropes and unable to fulfill his duty, was offered food and gratitude. Luffy, ever the modest soul, took only a single piece, understanding that others needed it more. In the past, Shanks had gifted Luffy his treasured hat, symbolizing his world. Luffy cherished it deeply, and during the battle with Buggy, the hat had suffered damage. Nami, recognizing its significance, repaired it, knowing that this hat was more than just an accessory to Luffy. Meanwhile, Nami secretly contacted someone about the map's discovery. As the group sailed forward, they encountered the pirate Buggy, who had imprisoned the island's inhabitants. These hapless souls were now at his mercy, forced to laugh at his terrible jokes. Buggy, intrigued by Luffy's determination, questioned him about the map. Luffy and Buggy both coveted the title of Pirate King, and sought the map of the Grand Line. Nami's quick thinking and bravery momentarily thwarted Buggy, but the devastation she witnessed on the island left her in shock. Incarcerated in a cell known as the Green Room, Luffy and his friends pondered their fate. Unbeknownst to them, Vice Admiral Garp had set his sights on the Grand Line map, moving the marine ship accordingly. Meanwhile, a mysterious pirate plotted to retrieve the map. Luffy, submerged in a tank and facing his greatest fear, listened to Buggy's ultimatum. He had one chance to reveal the map's location and become Buggy's second in command, but Luffy's determination and unwavering spirit led him to decline the offer, setting off a series of events that would test his resilience to the limit. Buggy, determined to break Luffy, began filling the tank with water. Memories of a young Luffy's encounter with Shanks flashback, shedding light on the bond between the two. Back on the island, Roronoa Zoro faced Kabaji, seeking vengeance for his brother's death. As the tension mounted, Luffy's friends managed to free him, leading to a fierce battle with Buggy. Buggy, thanks to his devil fruit power, could disassemble and reassemble his body at will. However, the resourcefulness of Luffy and his friends prevailed. They captured Buggy's body parts in boxes, leaving only his head and foot. With Buggy defeated and the commoners liberated, Luffy and his crew prepared to depart. However, they remained unaware of the growing storm on the horizon. Vice Admiral Garp's mission to thwart pirates' dreams of reaching the Grand Line was in full swing, and he had enlisted Kobe's help. As the group set sail, their adventures were far from over. Meanwhile, a mysterious pirate plotted to reclaim the Grand Line map. Back in the past, Shanks' act of giving Luffy his cherished hat became a symbol of their unbreakable bond.